pickup artist.
To my Abbey clothes, I reshape my nose, plastic surgery's best. To cut down my weight, off comes my left leg, I pass the swimming costume test. On my sideboard, too long with my aftershave fong, I know my new nose ain't running. What's wrong with my time, I getting too high? Look out, there's a monster coming. Disfiguring ugly in my facial hair, I had removed electrically. I rejuvenated my energy cells and regained my virility. Grunt, grunt, he put my hand on my heart, I'd change any part. He had a machine for a mummy. Please be gentle with me, I come to pieces, literally. Look out, there's a monster coming. Look out, there's a monster coming.
Hello, vinyl community, and happy All Hallows Eve. Hope everybody's doing great this week. We've got another week, of course. That means another round of psychedelic oddities. I still occasionally listen to CDs, and when I do, it's usually a great comp, like this UK Psych comp that came out last year. It's called I Think I'm Going Weird. It's named after the first song on here by a band called Art. What the thing with these box sets is, the way that you use them is you listen to them and the songs you like, well, I do anyway, songs I like, I look to see if there's any vinyl out from these guys. One of the bands was the Bonzo Doodah Band, which I'm not even going to attempt to describe, they're so far out. And another one was a band called Tintern Abbey. Now, they had a track, at least one track featured on here, this set, and the outfit that put these out also put out a comp from Tintern Abbey. I think it was a 2 CD comp, and that was last year, and I was always, because the track was really good, and the band is kind of a legend because they had this single out that's very sought after from collectors. So I was hoping there would be some sort of anthology or some kind of vinyl on these guys out. Like, seems like it's happening a lot lately. And I was watching a great channel, Rick Strange, who's over, I think his channel is The Perfumed Gardens. And Rick Strange, if you haven't seen Rick Strange, you gotta go over and sub him. He's got the grooviest pad, that's for sure. And he even dresses up in psychedelic garb. So I watch this guy, and he pulls out Tintern Abbey anthology on vinyl. I'm saying, wow, I did not know that this was coming out. This is about 2 weeks ago. And yeah, what we have here, it's an anthology. It's got all the versions of the single they put out, which is, you open it up and they've got, there's the blue is the single, and it's a promo single. The gold is the regular single they put out. They're both quite rare.
I got hairy legs.
photos of the band here. A 4-piece band. They liked Tommy James and the Shondells, and these guys used a lot of the sustain that Tommy James and the Shondells used on their songs like Crimson and Clover and Blue Persuasion, I think it's called. But yeah, this is a 2-record set, and it's on kind of a grape-colored vinyl. And it also got the booklet. Learned a lot from reading the booklet. Lots of literature. And we've also got the hype sticker, which you'll get a close-up of. So these guys were together for 18 months, but these guys had an advantage. They were discovered by a friend who was a friend of a young millionaire who owned one of the underground UK papers that were popular back then. And this guy, this millionaire, his last name was Samuel. And he was looking for a pet psychedelic band, and he took, not only decided to finance Tintern Abbey, he also put him up on his estate, sprawling estate, and they decided to name the band Tintern Abbey after a poem by Longfellow.
12-inch penis.
And so yeah, they worked on this guy's, they recorded on this guy's property also, and they put together a single, and the single was actually called B-Side, B-E-E side. Get it? Yeah, they were kind of making a joke. And that's basically all they put out, but they recorded other songs and tracks that were unreleased, but they were curated by the band's bass player, who kept the tapes or the acetates or whatever they had to put this compilation together. And they interview him, and the liner notes are pretty extensive, but apparently it fell through. The first guy to go, I believe, was the guitar player, left the band, and they went through other guitar players. One was the guitar player from Elmer Gantry's Velvet Opera, another UK psych band. And the lead singer, I think his name was McCavendish, he went on and did a little work with other bands in the 70s. And I believe he passed away in 1998. And yeah, that's pretty much the story. This is really good psych rock, UK psych. If you like Tomorrow, you'll like these guys. If you like Tommy James and the Shondells, you'll like these guys also. And if you like a lot of the guitar trickery the Beatles did on some of their albums, you'll like Tintern Abbey also. But yeah, I'm glad to have finally found some vinyl on these guys. One of the scariest bands is the Beach Boys. Yes, the Beach Boys. because their personal lives were a horror movie. And I believe they liked horror movies because on the Beach Boys concert album, they do a cover of Monster Mash. Yeah, this album's a lot of fun. We're listening to The Id. The Inner Sounds of the Id. What we got here is the same group that brought us The Animated Egg and Astro Sounds. This is produced by Paul Arnold. I don't know much about him, but this is one of the albums that Jerry Cole plays guitar on. He's a part of the Wrecking Crew, but not a part of the Wrecking Crew whose name you hear that often. But he's on a lot of these, I don't want to say budget albums, but guitar heavy albums. And he's on a lot of soundtracks also. The back cover we get, I don't know if that's him or not. I don't think so. These guys would put pictures of groups on their albums, and it wasn't the real group that played on the record. They did that a lot, so you don't really know, but this is a little spooky. We got the last track on side one, or actually we're listening to the last track on side two, which is The Inner Sound of the Id. It's kind of a spooky, like
I want to be clear, I'm not going nuts
type thing with some Mideastern flavor. Now on side one, the last track, we've got Boil the Kettle Mother, a song that's just under 3 minutes. And on it sounds like the singer is trying a lot to sound like Bela Lugosi.
I want to see the steam. I want to feel the heat, mother. See the kettle gleam. Boil the kettle, mother. Hotter, hotter, hotter. I still can't see the steam. Come on now, you doctor. I want to feel the steam. I want to feel it hotter and see the kettle gleam. I want to hear it hiss, mother. Let me hear it hiss, mother. Hiss. Hiss. And hiss. And hiss a little hotter. And let me see it gleam, and let me hear it scream, mother. Boil that kettle, mother. Boil that kettle, mother. Boil that kettle, mother. And let me see it hiss, mother. And let me feel it hiss, mother. Let me see it gleam, and let me hear it steam louder. Woo! Hotter, mother.
The sound of the id. The sacred
Next I've got
desecrate.
Os Mutantes. That's how they say it in Brazil, but in America they say it as the Mutants. That's what it means. This group is from Brazil, and this was part of a Dig a Log with Lilith collection. They put out these albums, and they also throw in the CD, which is very cool. But yeah, this band is from Brazil, and they were part of the Tropicalia movement that was going on, a movement that was every bit as political as it was musical. What's spooky about this is this guy right here is wearing the same cape that Bela Lugosi wore when he would go out and score morphine in Los Angeles. And the thing I like most about this band is the guitar player's brother would make these fancy, out of this world guitar effects pedals that sounded very unworldly. But yeah, this is a good time.
Guess who's going to install those 500,000 sergeant chases? 500,000 sergeant chases. 500,000 sergeant chases.
I was in my favorite antique store the other day, and I came across this, and I had to pick it up because it was in such good condition. The classic solo debut from William Shatner, The Transformed Man. Believe it's 68, because he does a wonderful cover of Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds on here, among other covers. Now, people either they love or hate this album. I love it.
Picture yourself in a boat on a river with tangerine trees and marmalade skies. Somebody calls you, you answer quite slowly. A girl with kaleidoscope eyes. Cellophane flowers of yellow and green towering over your head. Look for the girl with the sun in her eyes, and she's gone.
It was a very good year. It was a very good year for city girls who lived up the stair with perfumed hair that came undone when I was 21.
But what I wanted to find out when I got this was, and listened to it and read the liner notes, was whether or not he was serious or whether he was putting us on with this album. And I still don't know. But if you ask him these days, I think he blows it off as kind of a 60s thing. But yeah, what can you say about it? We get a cover here from, he does a Frank Sinatra cover, then he does a Byrds cover. Now, the way he does these songs is he's got like backup singers like Ray Charles. He's got the Rayettes. That's kind of what happens here. The Shatnerettes sing the chorus, then he comes in with a narration. And don't listen to this while you're driving is one recommendation I would have. But yeah, I'm glad to pick this up. This is great 60s Americana. Yes. And I feel like I'm a better man for having it in my collection. And that's about all I've got this week.
The jingle, jangle morning, I'll come following you.
Am I doing this again?
Take me on a trip, on your magic swirling ship. My senses have been stripped. My hands can't feel to grip. My toes, too numb to step. Wait only for my boot heels to be wandering.
I'm Joe White, and I've got this message.